welcome back to Teaching Them. I'm Michael Keentz, and I have a lesson for you today called Wonderfully Made. The purpose of this game is to teach kids how awesome their bodies are and to give them an appreciation for how wonderfully made they have been, using Psalm 139:14, where it says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. That's going to be our launching pad for playing the game. So in order to do this, you're going to need to have a spinner wheel. And you can, in my lesson documentation, you can look it up. You could build it. That's possible. There's some good YouTube videos on how to build a spinner wheel. You can buy it. That is what I've chosen to do. Just went on Amazon and purchased that. You can use an online generator that will generate a wheel for you, and you just plug in the labels that you want on each of the wedges. Or you can create one in some apps like Canva, something in their app that allows you to go in and create a spinner wheel. So lots of ways to accomplish that if you don't want to spend the money on an actual wheel, if you think you'll only use it once. But if you're going to use it multiple times, I think it's definitely worth getting one. And then you're going to need some cards. Now, I have cards here on the table that you can't see. They're a little off camera, and they're for 10 different parts of the body. So this one is about our immune system. I call it health because I tried to use words that the kids could identify with. This one is lungs. It's about our respiratory system. We have your heart and arteries and veins, and this is about your circulatory system. I have another one that is hearing, seeing, touching, smelling, tasting. These are all our senses. Then we have one for muscles. That's the muscular system. We have your brain and nerves. That's your nervous system. We have skin, hair, nails, sweat, and your oil glands. That is, I have no idea what that word is, your integumentary system. Yeah, I'm sure I said that wrong. And then you have your bones, which are your skeletal system. And then I've got one more that's just kind of other fun facts, not really related to a specific part of the body. So with those, each group has a list or has a stack of cards with fun facts about our bodies. And a lot of it is pretty amazing stuff that will really impress the kids. But at the end of it, you want them to come away going, wow, God really did make me awe-inspiring and wonderful. And I know that full well. You want them singing the same song that David sang when he wrote that psalm. So the way that you play it is you line out all your cards, and you'll probably put them face down so that the kids can't see them. And then you'll go around the group and you'll have them spin. And whatever the spinner lands on is the trivia card that you're going to read. So in this case, I'm landing on brain and nerves. So I'll pull up brain and nerves, and it says, your brain holds about 2.5 petabytes of information, which is 2.5 million gigabytes. Totally numbers I can't relate to, but it's a whole bunch of stuff. So let's spin again. So next kid gets to go. And then it stops, and I'm on brain and nerves again. So the next one here is 60% of our brains are made of fat. So if someone calls you a fat head, they're not lying. You really do have a fat head. All right, then we'll spin again. Don't stop on brain. Okay, lungs. This one says, your left lung is smaller than your right lung to make room for your heart. Interesting. Let's spin again. All right, we got bones. All right, human teeth are as strong as shark teeth. Kids might appreciate that. So I'm not going to spin anymore, but I'll read you off a couple more just so you know what's in here. Your bones are stronger than steel of the same weight. So if you weighed out a pound of steel and a pound of bone, the bone would be stronger. Babies are born with 300 bones, but adults only have 206. What happens to them? I don't know. Your skeleton replaces itself every 10 years, believe it or not. That's crazy. I'll read one more of these. 25% of your bones are in your feet. That's 1/4 of all your bones are in your feet. Then I have some here for skin, hair, and nails. Your skin is about 15% of your body weight. Your skin is completely new every 28 days. We have between 2 to 5 million sweat glands. We shed 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells a minute, but that's only about 1.5 pounds a year. So that's interesting. Let's go to brains and nerves. Brains cannot feel pain. Sometimes when they do surgery on people and they're doing brain surgery, people are awake, which is terrifying. Your brain runs on about 20 watts of power, the same as what it takes to turn on a light bulb. Your spinal cord stops growing when you're around 4 years old. Then your spinal cord is what carries messages from your brain to the rest of your body. Every time we remember an experience, we change the details a little without realizing it. Interesting. All right, for muscles. Your strongest muscle is your jaw, which can use 200 pounds of force to bite down. You use 200 muscles just to take one step. 33% of your hand strength is in your pinky. It takes 17 muscles to smile and 42 muscles to frown. So why are we frowning? That's a lot of energy we're expending. Let's do hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Earwax keeps your ears clean and protects them. Your eyes grow until you're 3 months old, but then they stay the same size for the rest of your life. No one else has the same tongue print as you, okay? You have no sense of smell when you're sleeping. That's probably for the best. All right, then here's a couple for other fun facts. Your body creates 25 million new cells every second. No two people have the same iris patterns. The iris is the colored part of your eye. That's why they can do those eye scanner things that we see on spy movies. The muscles make up about 40% of your body weight. Your tongue has 8,000 taste buds, and each one is made up of 100 different cells. Let's do heart, arteries, and veins. The average size of a heart is the same as an adult fist. Your heart beats 100,000 times a day and never gets tired. Your blood drops off garbage in your kidneys, and your kidneys dump the garbage in your pee. Interesting. All right, let's do lungs. You can take between 17,000 to 22,000 breaths a day. If you unfolded your lungs and spread them out, which I don't encourage you to do, they would be as big as a tennis court. You breathe 75% through one nostril at a time and 25% through the other, and they switch off every 2 hours. And then last group, your immune system. It remembers every infection you've ever had so that it can fight it if it comes back. Your intestines are where 80% of your immune cells live. Your spleen helps get rid of germs and gets rid of old and damaged cells in your body. Lots of cool stuff. So I think the kids will enjoy learning about this, and they'll see the wondrous thing God has done in creating our bodies. So many kids have body image issues, especially as they get into their teen years. And I really hope that this will be one way to help correct for that and to give them some pride. Of course, the kind of pride that God did it, but wow, God has made me incredible. Hopefully that they'll start to have some confidence in themselves and some wonder at what God has done through them. God doesn't make junk. He only makes incredible, beautiful things. I hope you use this lesson. If you want to print it out, get all the cards and the trivia and things like that, go to teachingthem.org and print it out. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes. God bless you. See you next time.